Hey everybody, it's Daniel. Welcome to Gavà, a town outside of Barcelona. I just came here to see some, different parts of Catalonia. It's a beach town, not bad. Today I wanted to make a short video about a few expressions that are difficult to translate into English. A few Spanish expressions that are difficult to translate into English. Some of them just because they're things we don't really do or talk about, and some of them, we just have a longer way of saying it, not a single word. So, let's go. You can go by my blog, expatmadrid.com. I'll put some links around here, and you can read the full article. I'm just going to do a couple of these today on video. First off, we have friolero or friolera. This refers to a person who is always cold, a person who is sensitive to the cold. You could say, Tia, que friolera eres. I don't know if young people are still calling each other Tia or Tio these days. I'm an old guy. Nobody calls me Tio. But yeah, this used to be just kind of like dude or female dude. Tia, que friolera eres. I'm expressing sort of exasperation possibly, or exclaiming about how you are always cold. Next we have entrejo, and it's not that we can't talk about this in English. It is the space between a person's eyebrows, the entrejo. And yeah, of course we have a word. It's the space between people's eyebrows. It's just not a single word. It's a longer explanation. In Spanish, one of the ways they would translate the English word frown. Frown is actually kind of complicated to translate into Spanish, but one of the words that they use is fruncir el entrecejo, which is to knit one's brow. Sounds very literary. Fruncir el entrecejo. Another one, if a person has a unibrow, we would say, they have like one eyebrow that is, that occupies this space, we would say that they are cejijunto, just a word for people, yeah, with the one eyebrow thing. Cejijunto. Cejo is eyebrow, and the other words are junto and entre. So cejijunto is eyebrows together, and entrecejo is between eyebrows. Those are the more direct translations there. Next, we're going to talk about tutear. Tutear actually is, complicated cultural concept. We have the two forms of the verbs tu and usted, and depending on the level of familiarity, respect, the age difference between people, we might use one or the other. In my world here, in modern Madrid and Barcelona, I really don't use usted ever. I've used it with some elderly neighbors, but it's not a common thing. In in old-timey sort of books, novels about people in the 19th century, of course, there's a lot more social hierarchy and people talk about it. I'm going to get away from the beach here because it turns out that the sounds of the waves breaking behind me is not nearly as exciting as one would imagine when it's on video. So now we just have the awful lighting. Don't become a YouTuber, kids. It's a lame, badly paid profession. So I remember years ago I was with this girl, and Spanish girl. We were in the Salamanca province, kind of on a day trip, and we stopped at this bar, and she was talking with the bartender, and eventually, they're talking, and she says, "Puedes tutearme," which I thought was interesting, because I had never heard anybody really say that. It's mentioned in old-timey books and stuff, but, she says, "Puedes tutearme," and after that, the bartender stopped calling her usted, and started with tu. I thought it was kind of strange that the bartender was calling her usted anyway, because, maybe it's a small town thing, but it's not like she was an older woman or anything. When I hear usted, I think of just older people. So yeah, that's the thing, tutear. It's very difficult to even translate the idea, but basically it's that. It's using the formal or informal treatment with somebody. Okay, I just realized that I filmed that last bit next to a preschool, so there were babies screaming in the background the whole time. I apologize and reiterate my admonition, do not become a YouTuber. We're just going to do one more of these before I call it a day and move off to a better filming environment. So let's do sobremesa. Sobremesa is after lunch or dinner. You can sit around the table with your friends or family, and you can do this for hours after the meal at a restaurant or at home. You have some more wine, you have some dessert, you have some coffee, you have a gin and tonic if you want, and you just stay there and you talk with people for another hour or two or more. It's called the sobremesa. I'm realizing that most of these are compound words anyway, so sobremesa is over the table, literally, the sobremesa. And it's just a, Spanish cultural thing, I guess. Long lunches. I have some friends in Madrid where if I meet them at 2 o'clock for lunch, I'm at home by 8 p.m. or something. It's just a, long, drawn-out lunch experience. Yeah. Anyway, those are the words that are difficult to translate. Today, I'll do more of this, and like I said, on the blog, expatmadrid.com, you can find much more. So, yeah, I'll put a link, and hope you have a great day from beautiful and noisy Gaba. See you next time. Bye.